Tesla is offering a deal that sounds ridiculous. Now, there is a catch, but even with the catch, if you are someone who drives a long distance, this might be one of the best EV deals anywhere in the world this year. I know people are going to say, well, hang on a minute, that's an issue, but realistically, getting this deal for life is crazy. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. Great to have you with us. I'm looking off in the distance, imagining myself getting free supercharging for life. It's not an option here in Australia. Unfortunately, this is just for you Yanks, you Americans. Tesla are going to offer free supercharging for life for the Tesla Model S. They're doing that right now. It's a deal you can get right now. And considering the Model S actually, I believe, does qualify for, in the long range version, for the EV incentives, which still apply right at the moment, they do anyway. And it's come down in price quite a lot over the last 12 months. I think this is actually a really good deal. On Tesla's Company X account, they said Model S now comes with free supercharging in the US. This is another demand lever Tesla has successfully pulled because they're saying it comes with free supercharging for life, not just for this year. Now, like I said, if you do a lot of driving, this is going to save you an incredible amount of money. The Tesla Model S dual motor all-wheel drive variant starts at $79,990. The plaid version is $95,000. Both of them get free supercharging for life. I mean, I personally probably buy, even though it's not as exciting, I'd probably buy the long range version for $80,000 US, free supercharging for life if I was going to be doing a lot of driving. Like if you're driving, say, a couple of thousand miles a week or even 1,000 miles a week, the numbers would stack up pretty damn fast, right? And especially if you live in an apartment block as well. According to the fine print, the free supercharging cannot be transferred to another owner. So that's the only challenge here. Now, apparently, business or rideshare customers are not eligible. As if Tesla's ever going to know that. You're not going to say, Tesla, just letting you know, I'm not eligible. I do rideshare. Yeah, so don't worry about that. If you're a rideshare customer, pretty sure you're going to be fine. A senior manager at Tesla's supercharging division commented on the offer and how this iconic car was one of the first to show the world that road trips in EVs were possible, thanks to Tesla's pretty damn impressive supercharging network. Yeah, I mean, in other countries, this deal wouldn't be so compelling because Tesla's supercharging network's good but not amazing. In the US, it's just amazing. California especially, particularly California. You live in California. When I was in California and I drove the Tesla Model 3, I did maybe 3,000 kilometers. The supercharging network blew my mind. There was no such thing for me as range anxiety because it's like you never think about it. The maps in the car do everything for you. It's incredible. For quite a few years, Tesla did offer this actually here in Australia. They had free supercharging. Until the end of 2016, the brand decided to pull that incentive out of Australia. Tesla Model S vehicles were quite expensive back then, though, in Australia especially, and also in America. But we don't have the Model S here anymore, unfortunately. Wish we did. That would be great. At the time, The Driven says Tesla had a handful of superchargers, but has expanded its network to over 100 sites in recent years, and Tesla now has 60,000 superchargers around the world. 60,000. That is insane. Now, obviously, Tesla is doing this to try and drive sales in its fourth quarter sales push. Tesla is trying to match or even beat its sales from last year, and it needs to sell quite a few cars, 450,000, quite a lot of cars in the fourth quarter. I think Tesla's probably going to do it. Based probably from the sales I've been seeing in China. Tesla's sold a lot of cars in China over the last couple of months. That will help the company. But its sales in places like Australia are definitely on the decline thanks to a lot of competition particularly from Chinese automakers like Xpeng. I mean, Xpeng just sold out of their first two shipments of EVs, first two shipments that came to Australia. Obviously, the G6 is a direct rival to the Tesla Model Y. So more competition is great for consumers, sometimes not as great for Tesla. Clearly, Tesla is planning for 500 kilowatt charging. There is no other possible reason why their new chargers would be able to charge at this speed if they're not intending to actually have electric cars, the Tesla branded, that charge at 500 kilowatt. But honestly, What interests me even more is the potential of 1.2 megawatt charging. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. Great to have you with us. You're watching the Electric Viking. I've just gotten home from China. I have been charging an EV here that I'm reviewing on a review for you guys. It's a new electric car. Review will be up in a few days using my solar. My solar's been just powering this EV. If you want to do the same at your house, you should. I'll put a link in the description to Resync Solar, and they'll give you a bit of a discount if you mention who I am. By the way, I don't get any kickbacks from that. Tesla have revealed their new V4 superchargers, and these chargers can charge at 500 kilowatt DC charging. Currently, only the Tesla Cybertruck is capable of charging at anything above 250 kilowatt. The Cybertruck can charge it up to 400 kilowatt using chargers in Europe. Hasn't been shown to do that in America, but for some reason it will in Europe. 400 kilowatt charging. So in theory, if Tesla was to take the architecture in the Cybertruck and use that in other EVs in the future, which I imagine it probably will, 48 volt, not that that's relevant, but anyway, if Tesla was to use that, then you could potentially charge new Tesla electric cars at 400 kilowatt, but that's not 500, is it? I mean, not even the Cybertruck charges at 500 kilowatt. So why are Tesla launching new V4 superchargers? Well, I think that they do intend to reveal new cars, right, that can charge at 400 kilowatt. It just makes too much sense. So 500 kilowatt would mean you could charge your car in around 10 minutes. How do we know it's around 10 minutes? Because Zeekr can already do this with their EVs in China, and it's at 10.5 minutes where they charge at about this speed. It's a peak speed of about 560 kilowatt. And then, of course, it comes back down. But they can charge it around 10.5 minutes from 10 to 80%. That's the future I think we're going to see for Tesla as well. I think Tesla knows what Zeekr is up to. It knows what some of these other Chinese automakers are doing. And it's like, well, okay, we need to do the same thing. It could be a year or two off, I don't know. But I see the new Tesla Model Y, not this year, but potentially the following year. New cars coming from Tesla with 800 volt architectures and the ability to charge 500 kilowatt, which is just game changing. It's insane. You won't be able to say it's too slow. I can't wait for charging speeds. That would just be stupid if it's only 10 minutes to charge your car. However, to me, what's even more important than this is getting trucks, because diesel semis and trucks, they cause so much of the emissions we breathe. A huge percentage of emissions on the road comes from freight, from hauling. So the fact that Tesla is unveiling these new superchargers that can also charge trucks and big buses and things like that at a 1.2 megawatt is probably more game-changing than 500 kilowatt EV chargers. 1.2 megawatt is the future, and it means that you have to charge trucks in probably around 30 to 40 minutes.